else. Yeah, it's been a moment, but yeah, man, I posted a video, and I'm sure many of you have seen it already. So I try to keep the channel active as much as I can, because one of the things is that I have things that I am taking care of aside from dealing with YouTube, as I said. I mean, so the reality is that I try to use my time wisely. Yes, Melissa, give thanks, man. Great to see you as always in the house. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, so I try to use my time wisely, because I have to, you know. Yes, Clifford, give thanks, man. Give thanks all the time, every time. Always good to have you in the house. Yeah, and so I said, let me come on here for a little bit. As you see, no title up tonight. So I just want to, just reason a little bit, you see, because these are the things that we have to do sometimes. We have to just reason a little bit and bring things to the forward. Yeah, it is very important. Yeah, man. Me to give thanks, man. Always good. Yeah, man. More love, more light, more power, more strength to each and every one that always comes on to the channel, and always, yeah, man, soul truth. Give thanks. You guys always come and light up the house. Rooted in love, man. Yeah, man. Give thanks. These are some unique names. Yeah. But my brothers and sisters, I give thanks for all of you, and I give thanks for you guys support. Always giving full courage in message. KZ, yeah, man, give thanks, greetings. And that means a lot to me, that you guys are getting the message, you guys are responding to the message, and you guys are sharing the message with others. Like I said, I'm not one that is on YouTube to hear to tell you to say, send money to me, do this, do that. No, that is not what I am about. I am about, helping my people to reason. That's why it's called the African Liberation Station, where we liberate your mind. It is very, very important for us to be thinkers and people who reason. We need to be able to do these things, because when we sit down and we start to think, then we come up with great and brilliant ideas and how to make necessary changes in among our people. And that is what is needed for us as a people, is to be able to liberate ourselves from all the false narrative that is out there. So, as for me, this is what is paramount and what is essential. Like I said, I posted a video the other day and talking about, I upload rather a video the other day talking about, building and so on and so forth. It is very important for me to help you to see that I am not here. Yes, man. Digital give thanks. Yeah, man. More love, more light, more power, more strength. I am I am here to full lighten you, to bring you to that place to you realize that we can do a lot as a people. Individually, it can a lot can be done. But when we come together collectively, then we can get a lot more done. So, as I said, I'm not into the business of just sitting down and criticizing and marginalizing. No, I am in the business of not just saying, but I'm in the business of doing, because it's what we do that is important. What kind of legacy do we want to leave behind for our children and our people? We want to leave an important legacy, not a legacy of one that is always complaining, not a legacy of one that never accomplished anything, but we want to be the ones who accomplish things that our children, just like our great ancestors before, they leave a lot behind. And some of us think that our ancestors didn't leave anything, but that is far from the truth. As you are seeing that everything is unfolding, everything is coming forward, Everything, all the lies are being revealed, and all the truth is become paramount. The truth becomes the pinnacle of everything. The truth becomes the pinnacle. And so it's truth that we are dealing with. You see, the thing is that, as for me, once a person might say this and that about me, for instance, me, I personally am not gonna go get on YouTube and go back and forth with anyone. It's a waste of time and energy. My energy must be directed, my energy must be directed in a positive light, in a balanced manner, where I don't waste my energy on things that is not upbuilding and uplifting. You see, people can criticize, people can say whatever about me, Brother Kweku, but I know myself. And I am not here to convince anyone because as I said often, I'm not into the con game. If you see me and you know me, the first question you must always ask yourself, has this man message, has it changed? Does he come on YouTube and look for likes? Does he come on YouTube and beg for money? Any one of these things, you see, the message that I bring forth become more refined. That is the only difference. And there is things that I never used to show that I was doing and I'm still doing. And it's just because of others that is in my personal circle will say to me, no, you have to let brothers and sisters out there know these things, and you have to show them that things is being done. We're not just talking, but things is being done, and our people are coming together. Make no mistake about these things, it's the reality, it's the truth. There is many things that is being done, and the more you check into it, as I said, I tell a lot of brothers and sisters, visit the motherland, come to the motherland and see for yourself, because a lot of what is being done is not showing on YouTube, it's not going to be put out there. You see, the revolution is happening, and it's been happening, and a lot of it is not being televised. But there's a lot of distortion that is being put out there still. And we are here to make sure that all of those distortions and lies, we make sure we debunk those lies. We make sure that all of the confusion goes through the window. That is what we are here. We are here for truth and clarification. We are here to give you what you need, not what you want necessarily. You see, so these are the things that we are going forward to, and we are bringing to our people. We are bringing more knowledge about everything, and we are exposing the lies of our enemy. That's all we are here to do. I'm not here to fight with these so-called Christians who come on this channel and decide to still quote Bible, even though I tell them that this is not for Christians. It is not a channel for Christian. You don't see nothing on this channel that mention anything about Christianity. I don't. If I mention anything about Christianity, it is about what Christianity has done to our people and is still doing to our people. So therefore, I am not on here on this channel to promote Christianity. If you want to promote Christianity, you have to go create your own YouTube channel. That's the best advice that I can give you. And because a lot of people will come on here and say, this man, he don't believe in God, or he don't, no, I don't believe in nothing at all. I'm not a believer. That is something that I've always said. I am not a believer. So don't come here to bring your belief. I'm not going to go back and forth with you with it. Don't come here with your God business, because there's nothing that you can prove to me that God has done for you. There's nothing that you can prove to me that belief has done for you. So you're wasting your time. And I'm not going to give you the energy that you're looking for. You see? Trust me, there's many people that try to draw me out or whatever it is. I don't fall for these things. I really don't. Because let me tell you this, what the enemy has been doing for a long time. The enemy has always tried to keep us as African carbonated melanated beings in a place where we are always upset, where we are ready to always fight. Instead of for us to gather our thoughts and think, in a collective way where we are able to see through their lies and their distortion and their corruption. Because the fact is that even the movies that they put out there, a lot of these movies that they put out there with the slave narrative and all these different things is to keep us into a marginalized state. I'm not telling you that it's not good for us to know these things, but they do it intentionally to keep us in a place where we are always upset. And when we see them, the first thing we want to do is destroy them. The reality is, if you can see these things and you can say, okay, what message are they trying to come across? What is it that they are trying to do at this point? Always question the narrative, because look here, it's not us that make these movies and put them out there, it's them. And that is the truth. And the other day, a brother, was running some of these reasons to me, and it's true. We are not the ones that put these movies out there. They are the ones. And so we should question why they keep putting them out there. They keep putting them out there because they want to keep you in a certain state of mind. You see, they want to keep you upset. And so when you are upset, when you are angry, your blood boils. And therefore, you don't you don't sit down and think through things, you become reactionary. And that's what they want. They want us to always be in a reactionary state of mind. We have to stop reacting. You see what I'm saying? You have to study every situation, study them and study them very carefully and see what they are doing and why they are doing what they are doing. It is very, very important. Yes, greetings, give thanks. It is very, very important that we analyze, sit down and analyze why they do the things and why they say the things that they say. And if we were a people to reason on things and calmly look over things, we would have been in a whole different place and in a whole different state of mind. So these are just some wise words that I am giving to everyone that is on this life this night, where it's night where I'm at, maybe day or afternoon where you're at, or maybe it's the grand rise. But I am just saying, the reality is we have to become thinkers. We have to become people who can reason out situation and ask the important question, why are they doing what they're doing? The thing is that, as I said, sometimes when we come on these channels and we come and we talk about these things, you have a lot of our people, they become reactionary. And as I said, oftentimes they don't even listen to the entire message. They just hear a piece of it and they're ready to fire. They are on rapid. Because you see, I know that a lot of them see me as the bad guy, see me as this devil that don't want to have nothing to do with this God and this devil. But you see, if they know me, if everyone knows who I am, then therefore they don't have to worry about that. The reality is, you know what I always say? This God, if this God is so powerful, why do you have to fight for him? Why do you have to do the fighting for him? Why do you have to do the arguing for him? If he was that powerful, you don't think he would come and deal with me personally? These are the things that I keep saying. Think about these things. Because when we talk about him and talk that he's no good, he has not done anything good for the African, how come he don't come and defend himself? Because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So we have to realize the importance of what is being said. And no one, like I said, can come and show me any evidence that this ever worked for them or it ever worked for anyone they know. Is what I'm saying? I know how things work. You see? I don't need no pastor to tell me anything because he doesn't know anything. You only know what they teach him to tell you. But anytime he study outside of that madness, then he's going to find out soon enough that all of this is a hoax. And more of them are finding out these days that this is a hoax. It is not true. When even the pastors themselves come to their people and say, look here, this thing that I was telling you is a hoax, the people are ready to fight with them. Have you ever noticed that? You ever come to that realization? That the people who step out of the church because they know that these things are lies and these things are distortion, you realize that people get mad with them, people get angry with them instead of really to question the things, you see, because we are reactionary. We are reactionary people. That is the reality. And we have to change that. We have to stop being reactionaries. We have to be people who think and people who reason. That is what we must do. When you find yourself, like I said, and I often say this, when you find yourself in the maze, you see everything look alike. But in all truth, if you're a thinker and if you're a person who pays attention, you will realize that it's not all the same. But they know how to catch you in their trap because the system has studied you as an individual level, and you might say it's impossible, but it's not. They study you. All of us have a cell phone. All of us, we have these things, these devices that the system put in our hands. We pay for them, but the system monitors them, and the system watch us through these phones, these computers, whatever they put out there. It is something to keep you in check and balance. You see, that is what the system does. And the system always keep track of everyone that is in it. Don't fool yourself. Don't sit down and think that they are not. You see? So that's why when I tell my people, if run from cities, don't go live in cities, don't look for city life. No, it's not the time for it. It's time for you to go as far off the grid as possible. I'm not telling you you can't use your electronic device, but find a time when you turn them off and put them aside. You see? Yes, it's true. The matrix is real. It is. And if you go, and thank you for that, my top 10. The thing is that if you go and you watch the original movie, The Matrix, they will show you these scenes where they freeze these scenes. You will see that everyone is going in the same direction. They just look at them. They're like, you can't even describe them as hands because hands know where they're going and why they're going there. But most of the people, you see, there was a song. I don't remember who sing the song right now, but it says, um, it start off and saying, I've got sunshine in the daytime, I've got moonlight every night. But it says about people, because he says he's watching them. And if you ask them where they're going, they don't even know. Most people, if you really question them, they don't know where they're going, they're just going. They're purposeless. That is the reality. You sit down and question most people, and some of them that talk the most foolishness, ask them where they're going. Ask these college graduates where they're going. What is their intent on life? What is the purpose of life for them? They can't tell you. They can't tell you. They're not in a place to tell you because they are not thinkers. They are trained to be sheep. The preachers in the church, they tell the people to be a sheep because God loves. Sheep are the dumbest animals on earth. You ever see a clean sheep? Check this out and go examine it for yourself. Have you ever seen a clean sheep? The sheep are always looking dirty. Look at a goat versus a sheep, and they tell you the goat is the bad one. And look at the sheep when you see next time you see some sheep, look at them. And look at how they walk, look at how they behave. And look and examine some goats and see the difference. Anything they tell you that is bad, that's what you need to run to. And anything that they tell you is good, run from it far as you can. That is the reality. You see, run from the things they tell you they're trying to get you to run to. Run from it. I can prove everything they tell you that is bad is actually good. Go look at the movie. This is what I tell people. Go look at the movie they call Wakanda. And who you think is the good guy? Huh? Killmonger is actually the good guy in that movie. Go look at it and examine it carefully. That's why I tell you when you go to these places, if you're going to watch these things, really become in tune with what is going on. Don't just look for the glitter and the glamour and the lights. Look far beyond that. Whoever they tell you is bad is actually good. You see. So that's what I'm saying is that I don't really have time to waste with people who are looking for arguments, who are looking for debates. I don't have that time to waste because they are still in an enslaved mind. So I will not get on here and debate anyone. You see, I will not because I don't need to. I don't waste time like that. You see, my energy is very important to me. It is. And so should yours. And that's why I tell people think. The things that the system tell you, question it. And when you question it, then you will come to the realization that everything that they are telling you is a lie and a distortion, and it is to keep you in a place where you don't think for yourself. Just like I tell people, even when you hear they tell you, oh, this country got its independence, this place got their independence, the reality is, it is not a false statement in all actuality. They are telling you you are in a pen and you can't be free in their system. You are in a pen. They always have you where they can watch you. And all these nations that you will hear, these African nations say they get their independence, and these Caribbean nations, they get their independence. There is never such a thing. It's all lies and distortion because they tell everyone what to do. They tell everyone what to do, when to do, and how to do. They give you these different narratives. The world, the governments don't operate no different from religion. Just as you have all these different religions, is so the same way the governments operate. You have different, they tell you about communists, they tell you about this, they tell you about Democrat, Republican, they're all one and the same thing. They're all one and the same thing. No matter what you call them, they are one and the same thing. They are working for the same master. It's a fact of life. You see. Yes, give thanks, They're all working for the same people. It is one agenda that is being carried out in a different way. Just like religion, you have the Catholic, you have the Baptist, the Seventh day Adventist, the Jehovah's Witness, the Presbyterian, you name them, the Pentecostal, you name them. They are all working for the same master. They just come in different form. They come with different lies, but it leads to the same place. That is the reality of it all. Because every religion has to answer to the Catholic religion. That is the facts of life, whether you want to accept it, yes or no, because you are not dig that deep to find the truth in these things. It is the way it is. You see, the hardest thing to accept is the truth because you're always going to fight with it. And even though you know deep within yourself, everything is in you will be saying, yes, you should question these things, become a thinker, and not just go with what someone tell you, not even just go with what I tell you, dig deeper. That's what you need to do. You see, you have to go beyond. Don't become just a surface person. It's easy to stay on surface, but when you start to go deeper within anything, then you start to really find out what is really going on. And that is what a lot of us we don't want. You see, we don't want that. We don't want that. And so that is what we must do. We have to reject a lot of these things. You see, we have to. That is the bottom line. So for me, I said to everyone, you have to wake up and live. You have to wake up and come to the realization that there's more to life than you are being told. It's very, very important, very essential that you come to that realization that in order to set yourself free, you must step outside of the box that they have you in, step outside of the pen. Don't celebrate these false holidays that they give to you, telling you Independent Day and all these different things. Leave them alone. Don't get caught up in these things. Remove them from yourself. They are something to distract you that they can cause your destruction. That is how it works. If the fish does not open the mouth, you can't catch the fish. And a lot of times, that's what we need to do is stop opening up our mouth to what they are saying and pay more attention. We listen more and speak less, and then we will get the point. But everyone, like I said, we like to debate. We don't deal with facts. We just want to debate just to debate. You see, the funny thing in life, you can find out very quickly when people have question, a genuine question. You can know very quickly. But there are some people that they're just putting a question to just hear what you have to say. You see, it's not because they want to know. No, they put in feelers out to see where you at and how they can debate you. You see, so I don't fall for those things. Okay, because it's a waste of time. As I said, when we when we come together in oneness and we start to come together to work together and stop looking for things that is wrong and stop looking for things to criticize, it's very very important and very essential that we do that, because this is very 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 important that we do that, because the more we go apart and criticize each other, then we will see faults. But when we're helping each other, we will see faults, but the thing is that we will help to correct those faults very quickly, because now we are realizing one thing we need to see within us as a people. When I see you, I see me. Yes, Melissa, definitely. These holidays, they are programming. These are things here and now. You work hard for your money. You work hard for everything you got, okay? In a slave system, really and truly, because when you're out there working in the system, that is what it is, really. And so they find ways to get your money from you. You see how many holidays they have throughout the year. You count them. You think it is to your benefit. It is not. It is to make sure that they are securing every cent that they put out where you work for, not them. Because really, the system is not entitled to anything that you work for, nor truth and all actuality. But they, as a con man, playing a con game, they are going to get that money out of you because they know you don't really know the truth. That is the reality. You see, so some people make the excuse and say, "Oh, I only can get together with my family at Christmas time." Stop lying to yourself. You have to find within yourself, and if your family want to get together, they can do that. Of course it does. Yes, my brother, it's true. We keep feeding the beast, soul truth. We keep feeding the beast. That's what we are good at doing. And even when we say these things, and I tell our brothers and sisters, we keep giving everything to the system. And it's because we keep giving everything to the system that the system is still thriving and still alive. The moment, like I said, and I tell my brothers and sisters this, okay? This is what I tell my brothers and sisters. Listen to me carefully. Sisters, especially, you have the power more than brothers to shut the system down. Tell me if that is not the truth. Sisters, you have the power within yourself to shut the system down faster than any one of us brothers. Because if the sister have a husband, a boyfriend, or you may say your king, man, or whichever one you want to call it, right? The reality is you do most of the shopping for your home. I tell my sisters all the time, if sisters, for instance, stop buying these falls here, do you know how much millions, not millions, billions of dollars they will lose? Because the falls here that our sisters is buying, it's not us that is making it. You see the point? The falls here and all these things that our sisters are buying, the African people are not the one that is making these here that you are buying. You realize the wigs and all these different things. You realize that it's not us. That money is not staying in our community. The false fingernail and the false eyelashes that sisters are buying, the money is not staying in our community because it's not being made by you. So you see how many industries that you can close down very quickly? That is what I'm talking about. You see? So there's so many things that they have set to entrap us and to keep us in under their spell, so to speak, because we keep ourselves in that place where we keep putting that money right into their hand. Soon as we get it, we're ready to put it out there. Some of our people, they will go to these places and they will sit there all night or even 2 days waiting on the latest iPhone. And it's nothing wrong with the iPhone you have, or it's nothing wrong with the latest Android that you have. But you have to have the latest and the greatest because they already fool your head up with this nonsense when you sit there and watch all these commercials and what the latest phone can do. So you keep spending money on things that you really don't need, but you will say that you need it because you can't decide your needs from your wants. And that's what the system keep doing. The system is just playing this game with you. And you can't come to your collective sense to sit down and think that this is ridiculous. You have a car, you're driving it, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you want to get the latest and the greatest. And you go out there, and even though it's going to cost you another 10 years, or how many years you pay in payment on a car for these days, I don't know. But the reality is, these are the things that keep you from achieving the things that you want and need to achieve. You can't go out there go say, okay, you know what? I want to go somewhere to live where I can build me a little house, even if it's 1 room or 2 room for myself and even my children, that I can say I have something. No, we're paying rent, we're paying car payments year after year, and as soon as we feel the car is too old or it give us a little problem, we go trade it in for the latest. And we start all over again in the same track, expecting a different result. You see? So we are at this point where we are causing our own destruction. It's true, my dear sister. We like to play big shot. We want to say we have arrived. Where have we arrived to? Where have we arrived to? You see what I'm saying? These are the things. Yes. You see, because we have to go out and we have to prove that we can live in any neighborhood we want to. You see, so we go out and we have to drive the Benz, we have to drive the BMW, we have to. The reality is, I'm not saying nothing wrong with these things. Listen to me carefully. But a lot of times we can't afford it. We can't afford it. And the reality is, if we were wise people, we would be putting every extra penny aside that we have, that we can get out of this false reality and create something for ourselves. It is the false reality that we decide to live in. You remember the part in the movie when Mafia said to Neem, he said, listen, you can either take the blue pill and go home and pretend that everything is fine, everything is normal. Or you can either take the red pill and come on down with me down the rabbit hole and I'll show you what this thing is really all about. Most of us want to live in that pretend world, in the matrix. You know the guy that says, I know the steak isn't real, but I want it. Those are the things you need to pay attention to. You see, those are the little itty bits of things that you need to pay close attention to, and these are the things that is going to set you free. Because if you're not thinking, if they're doing the thinking for you, they are always going to control your narrative. You see, the system does not want you to think for yourself. They don't. It's not good for it. If you think for yourself, it's destruction for the system. They know that. It is the facts. So you live in America and you're saying you live the so-called American dream. So everyone have the same dream? Just think of it's very simple things. Everyone have the same dream. Is everyone does that make sense to you? These are the things that we must come to to the real reality. Not everyone. You see, this is robotic. Even when you sit down and think about it, we become robots. You see, is we become real robots because the fact is that it is not us that is doing the thinking. It is they who are creating the thinking by creating a false reality which we decide to participate in. That is the facts. Because we don't question, most of us don't question nothing anymore. My friend's going to drink beer, I'm going to drink beer too. My friends is partying, I'm going to party too. My friends have a new car, I want one too. Is that you thinking? My friends going to watch the basketball or the football, I'm going to watch it too. And they have a 100-inch TV, I'm going to get one too. Is that your reality? Or is that someone else creating that for you? You see the issue? They train us not to think. Do you know that these days when I listen to young children, 5 years old and up, and I'm thinking like, wow, when I hear some of these young children, especially now that a lot of our people are realizing and allowing their children to start to think for themselves and stop restricting them, stop beating them, stop making them feel like, okay, they have to do exactly what I tell them. No. I realize when our people allow their children to develop themselves mentally, these children are so powerful that it's not funny. Because when I hear them talk, they will show you what the system is really all about very quickly. But we who call ourselves adults and that should know better. Sometimes when you hear some people marveling at 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 5-year-olds talking, a lot of us we think like, wow. And I have to say wow because I am so grateful and thankful that the youths are really coming into themselves. That a lot of our people as parents are allowing the children to start develop their own mind instead of they trying to steer them to where the system want them to go. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters are taking their children out of school and homeschooling them. And you see the result. Just go check the result for yourself and see how brilliant these children become. The system is dumbing our people down. Integration has destroyed us. When we tell our people that, they don't want to hear because you see, they are so stuck in the mud and they have no four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive to get themselves out. That means they don't have no drive to think for themselves. That is the reality. So I'm saying to my people, you have to wake up and think, wake up and live. Yes, that is what it is. People are actually robotized and don't know. We are. A lot of our people are robot. They behave like robots. They don't they sometimes you have to say, wow, is this what the system has really done to our people? And it is. It is. We are caught in the trap. And a lot of us, we don't want to come out because we decide, you know what, I'm in the trap, I have food to eat, and whatever, whatever. And some of our people say something have to kill you. That's one of their famous words. But they are caught in a trap that, it is going to destroy them eventually at some point. You see? So when we bring these things forward and try to show you how to look at things and how to perceive things from a logical point of view and stop allowing people to think for you. I don't want to think for you. No, I want you to be an independent person in the sense where you become your own mind. I'm not the one that is saying to you, oh, this is what you must do. No. You have to free yourself from all of that. And when you free yourself from all of that, then you will see the truth. And then you will reject everything that they are coming at you with, everything, because it all need to be getting rid of. It is not something that we want to keep. The system is nothing we can keep from the system. We have to get rid of the system because it's the system that is bent on destroying us. You see? When we tell our people about the foods that they are bringing and that they are doing, this food that is really destroying us as a people, and we say to our people, strive to eat what is good for you to the best of your ability. It is not just food. You have a precious thing that is called a temple that you must feed. Because when you put food into the temple, it doesn't just nourish in the stomach, it nourishes the mind. And when you put the food that is going to nourish the mind, you become so vast in your thinking, and you reach the place that you wonder if it is you or it is someone else. Change the way you eat, and you will change the way you think. And as a lot of people say, oh, I can't afford. You see, the word can't is the problem. And the reality is that the more you say that, the more they make it impossible. You ever notice that? Because you decide it's an impossibility for you to do that. So they are deciding your destiny instead of you. You see, the thing is, when you eat clean, a lot of times you don't need no more than one meal a day. Trust me. You see all these things that they tell you that doctors say you must have 8 glasses of water a day. It's not everyone can drink 8 glasses of water. And it don't even make sense. Everyone does not make up the same. So how can you tell everyone to drink 8 glasses? Take a child to a dentist. Just think about this. Very simple truth. They just have their teeth clean. And as soon as they walk out, they give them a lollipop. Put those two things together. Put those two things and correlate them. So what is it that they're doing to your child? They always have lollipops and candy right up at the front desk when the child just come out of the dental chair. You ever notice that? And ask the child which one of the lollipop or which one of the candy they want. Why would a dentist have these things into their practice if they wanted to fix your problem? Think about it. You see the simple thing? That is the reality. That is the world that you live in. But because we are not paying attention to these small little things that they just put there, okay? Just like when I tell people, you go to all these doctors, they never tell you that are going to fix your problem, they're going to cure. You can't tell you that. They always tell you, I'm going to put you on a treatment plan. Why a treatment plan? Why not a plan to cure you? Because you can't. You see the reality? Yes, it's a business. And when they do business, they show no mercy. They are killing you for money. You see? Exactly. These are the things that we must see, that we must understand and understand what it is that the system is doing. The system is not for you, the system is against you. It's the small things. It's the small things. That is the reality. So that is why I'm saying to everyone, you have to wake up and catch what is going on around you by being an observer. Planet, 99.9% of people are addicted to their cell phone, young and old alike. You see? You see what they got you? You see the maze that they got you in? They have you in a maze for real. And only you can free yourself out of it. We can bring these messages to you far and wide. but it's totally up to you what you do with it. You see, so we are in this reality, and we have to change the dynamics individually and collectively. Because each and every day you must do self examination, examine yourself, examine your environment in order for you to grow into the person that you need to be. Love and learn to spend time by yourself. You need that personal space in order for you to grow, in order for you to meditate, in order for you to to reason. Some people say, "Oh, I have two jobs, I can't do it." Find time, because you will find time to be on your cell phone to do things that is not really beneficial. The games that you play on the cell phone, use that time to meditate. Use that time for yourself, to just spend time with yourself. Don't be afraid to think. You might learn a lot about yourself. You see, for me, I've done a lot of these things over time, and I've seen the benefit, and it has been great. And I give thanks each and every day for the times that I've spent with myself and all that I've learned from nature and like minded ones and those that were elder ahead of me. I give thanks for all of it. And I say, I give thanks for all of you that has come on the African Liberation Station to listen to this reason. And as I said, you see that there was no title. I just wanted to touch base with everyone, and I just want to have a little reasoning with everyone. So I give thanks for your time. I give thanks for you um, coming on the African Liberation Station and reasoning. Yes, Max, Max West, greetings, my brother. Greetings to everyone. You know, yeah, man. But I'm about to check out. So if you didn't catch most of the program, Trisha, hello, my niece. Just you have to go and check it. Let's see. Just let me check something real quick. I didn't. If I didn't have. Well, you see, money is really a dangerous thing, because instead of we realize what money is not the important thing. Money is not the important thing. Trust me when I tell you that. They have us fooled. The raw materials, the true things that we as a people always have around us is what is important. We are the real farmers, we are the real cultivators, we are the real thinkers, and we are the real ones that make things happen in this world. So we have to come to that place and keep making things happen. And we have to change the dynamics. So what I'm saying is, this thing called a piece that is a piece of paper, this promissory note that we call a piece of paper that we call money, really has no value. And that's what we have to recognize and realize. But as I said, I give thanks for your time, and I give thanks that you guys always tune into the African Liberation Station. So, you know, take care, everyone. More love, more light, more guidance, more protection. And I always ask the universe to always open up and give you all you need. This is the African Liberation Station, where we liberate your mind. Always good to see everyone, always good to hear you. And I will see you guys soon. More guidance, as I said, and more protection. Yes, Max. Um, yeah, man. But give thanks, everyone. Seeing, and we shall see each other soon. More love, more light, more power, more strength, more guidance, more protection, and more determination.